Hey everyone, I figured I'd do a little update. It's been a few months since I've had a video out, so I've been quite busy. I never had time off this spring to do a whole lot of fishing. We only made it up to Miramichi a couple of times and ended up selling my boat and bought this old boat. It's a mid-90s low 1720, so I figured I'd start gutting that. So that's been occupying some time, and I've just been kind of monitoring my trail cameras from my cell phone because I got 4 cell cams on the go. And I was out in May and put out some cameras, some salt blocks. There's some moose around, a few deer here and there. I had a little buck hanging around for a while, but anyway, I just wanted to do an update. Moose draw was last night, so Brandon's grandfather got drawn in zone 12, and then I believe there was another friend's daughter that got drawn, so we've got 2 tags. My buddy Adam, he got drawn for zone 18, and I run a few cameras in zone 18, and I do have a few moose on camera there, so we'll see what his plans are. At least I'll probably have a chance to go on one of the hunts. It'll be kind of fun because last year we never had any tags from anybody, so I just got a few little videos together of me putting the salt blocks out and stuff, and stay tuned. Hopefully there'll be lots of hunts on the go this fall and maybe a few fishing trips. Oh, it's April 23rd. I finally got time to go out and try to get a salt block out and some cell cams. Found this good trail last year. It runs down to a little tiny brook up here. I figured there's about 4 or 5 trails that come into it, so I was gonna put a salt block right here where it crosses. That way, put a wild game camera on it. It should be pretty sweet. Be some moose and deer in here for sure. It's a spot a ways from where I was hunting, so hopefully there'll be nobody in here. Finally getting another salt block out here, May 7th. The camera's set up right over there. This is a spot that I had that huge buck last year in June. Never got a confirmed picture of him. There was a nice one that come by right in front of the camera there, right in front of that maple there last year, but I only got his nose and his tine tip, so it was hard to tell what it was, but it was definitely a nice buck. But you can tell that they're still running here quite a bit, coming after this here salt block, so anyway. Pretty interesting area. Try to get another camera on a trail here somewhere. There's a few older cuts around that they're feeding on, and anyway. So there's a nice little cluster of rubs coming up through, and then they're crossing a couple spots over here, this ditch. So I put another camera up there to see. You can see some little deer droppings here and there too, and some tracks. So I'm just trying to see if I can't get different pictures of that. It's that big one. See, I'm sure he's still around. Nobody's hunting in this far, so anyway, we'll see. Tell there's moose in here from a few years ago. They were eating the bark in the wintertime. Just out here doing a little bit of touring around before it rains, and you just never know what you're gonna find out in the woods. I always like finding old spots like this, because who knows how they made out, but you can tell it's old. But I just walked up through there and about right over there. There's a heavy deer trail. I'd say this guy must have baited here or something. You can see. We'll go over and have a little look at what they were doing here. Ton of moose sign and deer sign in here. It's kind of neat. It's like they left a huge buffer or something in behind an old cut, because it's crazy thick there. But here it's easy going, all nice and open. I guess the animals had the same idea. I don't know if this used to be a bear bait or deer stand or what. Whatever it was, it's interesting. sure what that was. Tell there's been a bunch of moose in here everywhere. Not surprised because it's wet. There's a pretty big bog out there. There's a little spring here, they're running out of it. That's the trail I've been following. There's been a few tracks in it here and there, but I'm assuming it's just a winter trail, but I did find a bed way down in before I come up. There's some pretty fresh signs, so if all my cameras weren't out, I'd put a camera or two in here. Might have to do some rearranging. We need a salt block right there.